Let her cook. Y'all stop being petty. Stop being catty, because she like a double-edged sword. She cutting tail left and right, and it's bothering y'all, and I see it.
Have you heard? Caitlin Clark is finally making her post-playoff moves, and it's ruffling some feathers. Both the WNBA and ESPN aren't exactly thrilled. They're clearly irritated by her embracing her value. I have to say, I really appreciate the point that
I love the point that you made about Caitlin Clark in terms of the BS that she had to deal with off the court. We got to remember, she's been box office. She was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines that's been associated with her. Most recently, the whole thing with her and Cheryl Swoops, even though it really wasn't her. It was Cheryl Swoops and all this. Every time.
After her first WNBA season, Caitlin Clark is heading to Europe for the offseason. ESPN, however, is not taking it well. They're throwing fits as if they have any control over her decisions. After all the times they overlooked the league's biggest star, they don't get to dictate whether she stays or leaves. They didn't support her when she was under intense pressure and performing at her best. Now that she's gone, they're left scrambling because WNBA viewership is dropping. The big question on everyone's mind is whether she's leaving the WNBA to play in an overseas league. Many articles on social media are circulating, but most of them are unreliable. What we do know is that she has already left America for a 200-day stint in Europe, but whether she'll play in the European leagues remains unclear. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
At news, we've already heard from Caitlin Clark that she will not be playing overseas. She won't be playing in any organized basketball organization. She actually said that she is going to become a professional golfer during this off.
Yes, you heard correctly. Caitlin Clark is ready to launch her professional golf career during the off-season. After dominating the basketball court and causing ESPN's outrage and TV meltdowns, she's now aiming to break records on the golf course.
From one game where she scored 3 goals. That's right, 3 goals in one game. And I know these highlights are far from HD 4K, so I zoomed in after each goal so you could get a closer look. Caitlin does such a good job of staying on sides here, and then the second that pass goes through, she puts on the afterburners and then hammers it home.
And for anyone who isn't aware, Caitlin Clark also excelled as a soccer player during her college years. This is what truly sets her apart from other WNBA players. Her versatility allows her to excel and make an impact in any sport. Now that she's heading overseas, ESPN and the WNBA have finally realized that Caitlin Clark is the golden goose, but it's too late. She's already sailed across the Atlantic.
Instead of owning the fact that what really was their objective and what really was their agenda is that they resented the fact that this young lady who came into the league, took it by storm, and drew in a level of attention that they weren't able to.
Considering how poorly the WNBA and her competitors have treated her this year, the big question is whether Caitlin Clark should remain in the WNBA or follow in the footsteps of her teammates and move to a stronger league in Europe or elsewhere.
Now, during this offseason, the players are already moving around. So a couple players have already announced that they are going overseas. We have Kelsey Mitchell going to play in China, Nalissa Smith also playing in China, and Nalissa Smith is one where there was a big question mark around her if she would be returning to the Indiana Fever, but she'll be going to play in China, and Temi Fagbenle will be playing.
Although Caitlin has stated that she isn't joining any European league and may return to the WNBA next season, the question remains, should she stay in the WNBA and risk further setbacks to her fitness, reputation, and overall potential?
None of it addresses my point. My point is, she's the golden goose. You have been clamoring for attention. You've been clamoring for more cachet, fair and equitable treatment, chartered jets, weight room facilities, dollars, marketing opportunities, etc.
No matter where Caitlin goes, her fans will support her. So wouldn't it make sense for her to join a stronger league? Plus, European leagues offer higher salaries, attractive bonuses, and far better playing conditions compared to the WNBA. Several players have already moved overseas after becoming frustrated with the WNBA and receiving support from fans and fellow athletes. Take Gabby Williams, the Seattle Storm forward, for example. She spoke out about low salaries and the lack of promotional opportunities in the WNBA. Instead of addressing her concerns, the league ignored her entirely. Gabby even exposed the misleading statements made by the WNBA commissioner.
WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even...
After her complaints were ignored, Gabby Williams had no choice but to seek better opportunities, eventually signing with Turkish team Fenerbahçe SK in 2020. This highlights exactly what's wrong with the WNBA. They often disregard their players, whether it's low salaries, constant fouls, or outright disrespect from others. Caitlin Clark has now become the league's biggest target. She's been disrespected, mocked, and ridiculed by jealous veterans, while her critics on the court spared no effort to attack her. Remember the infamous "I puke" incident? Carrington deliberately fouled Caitlin and celebrated it shamelessly with her teammates, all while the WNBA watched silently, letting fair play be mocked.
In her exit interview, Storm player Gabby Williams warned the WNBA, if you want to keep international players, you need to do better. So here's what she had.
W thinks that they don't have to pay us more in order for us to be here. And I think I didn't express that when I first talked about prioritization. You know, our commissioner talked about us being able to, you know, make 700,000. That's not true at all. There's not one player who makes that. And we were promised, you know, team marketing agreements and league marketing agreements, but they've fallen quite short. So it's still not enough for us international players to want to stay here. And that's a choice of the players. If I make a choice to make more money and whatever, and then the, you know, teams are mad that I don't come back, but that's how it is. So yes, it just, the WNBA, you know, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business. It's how.
Angel Reese also celebrated after delivering brutal fouls against Caitlin Clark. Yet again, the WNBA chose to ignore the incidents completely and took no action, highlighting the league's consistent failure to protect its players.
A lot of these casual fans who have come into watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, who plays a smooth style of basketball, who shoots from really far away, who makes great passes, who handles the ball well. People are coming for a style of play that is similar to that. They are not looking for post players to be posting up on one another, drop step, one step to the basket, cheap shots, fouls, slow style of basketball. They want to see a run and gun game, and I think that that is the most exciting way to watch.
Where was the outrage back then? ESPN didn't step in to support Caitlin Clark at all. They failed to call out the players who blatantly targeted one of the best WNBA stars in recent years. Clark has reached her limit. She's no longer willing to stay in a league that has treated her like a punching bag. Don't just take my word for it. Look at the sheer number of fouls committed against her throughout the season.
Caitlin Clark received 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls this season, and 80% of those flagrant fouls were committed by the Chicago Sky against Caitlin.
Clark, the WNBA Rookie of the Year, was subjected to nearly 20% of all fouls during her debut season. That's roughly 1/5 of the total fouls in the league. So why should she stay? Indiana Fever's success this season has largely been thanks to her. Had she not been injured in that playoff game, the Fever might have even won that match.
Shoot, my question is, where the fuck are her teammates at? Where y'all at? Where the rest of the Indiana Fever at? I've seen a couple girls smirk when she's got knocked down, half-assed to pick her up. Like, y'all supposed to protect the asset, protect the star. And all this is the team, she's the star. You always protect your star.
Since Caitlin Clark's debut, she's transformed the WNBA, breaking attendance records, boosting revenue, and proving herself as a generational talent. Yet, she faced relentless fouls, nearly 20% of all flagrant calls in her rookie season, and was disrespected by rivals while ESPN and the league failed to fully back her. Despite dominating Hall of Fame players and elevating her team, the league missed the chance to make her the face of the WNBA. Now, after the Indiana Fever's playoff exit, Clark is taking a 200-day break from basketball with no overseas league plans, showing she's done being used and ready for bigger opportunities elsewhere.
Should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings, we saw the merchandise sales, we saw the attendance, but y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, oh, y'all poo-pooing the old.
Caitlin Clark won't be playing basketball for a while, but her absence raises big questions for WNBA ratings. During the first playoff game, the Fever drew nearly 2 million viewers, while other games barely reached 400,000. Even pre-game shows outperformed some series. With Clark gone, it's unclear if these new fans will stick around for the rest of the playoffs. The Liberty Aces series might draw some attention, but the gap is huge. The bigger question, will Caitlin take her talents somewhere she's truly valued? And will ESPN and the WNBA learn from their mistakes?